evening. Hello. I hope you're doing well. So, let's see who's here. Matthias, hello. Kupinat, hello. Claudia, hello. Howard, hello to you as well. Thomas, how are you doing? Vectorov, servus. Next, please, hello. Nisa, hello to you. Thomas says, Zibo 738 is one of the most, the aircraft I fly most. Nice. Claudia, you like the music? Thank you very much. Oh, hang on. Double. Yeah, it could be. Hold on. I changed some settings. Hold on. Give me a second. Right. Yeah, I don't know why it goes out both of those. So that's no sound now. Let me see if I can get it set. Hang on. Yes, I switched headphones because the one I'm using now is doesn't have a cable. It's wireless LAN. But I think I'm gonna have to go back to my normal headset because I didn't realize. Yeah, exactly, Emma. No sim sound. So now I have to find out how I can get my sim sounds in. Just give me a second, please. Oh, hang on. Let's see. Hold on. Give me a second. Right, now you have an echo again. Hold on. Right, let's see. Is that better? I'm not kidding you. Single black box, fantastic. I'm not kidding you. Getting audio working in the sim or in flight simming is crazy. And streaming, that is. Cool, but if it's working now, fantastic. So we have sim sounds and we have also the microphone, fantastic. Yeah, hey Fishcup, wie geht's dir? You made it. Hello. Lights, hello to you. Zova, hello. Tuxu, nice to see you too. Let's see, Jörg, hello. No, so sorry, the routing ghost, give me a second. I'll post the routing for you. I have chosen a little bit of a different routing now, be aware. There might be a change because I already heard some people getting a different clearance. Now, one thing I have to check as well, guys, just to make sure that you guys have, you can hear VATSIM as well. We have currently 36125, so we do have 80s. Hey Nate, nice to see you. How are you? And in case you are wondering why the sim colors look a bit different today, I'm kind of experimenting here with reshade. Oh, 36.
2.10, QNH1013. This was Athens of Venezuela Airport HS Information Delta.
You hear the ATIS, right? ATIS works, fantastic, cool.
Here is Athens of Venezuela.
Fantastic. In for Delta, roger. Cool. Fantastic. Thank you for the feedback. Appreciate that. Yeah, so I'm using Reshade. And again, it's just a little bit of experimenting. This may not be the final setting or whatever. Yeah, Nate, fantastic. Oh, and Nate, by the way, you are correct. So weirdly enough, this is the Sim app Pro. So I started the Sim, got the MCP powered, and then I just started Sim app Pro, and it connected without any profiles. Fantastic. Actually, really fascinated that it works. Good. Anyone else? Has anyone else got an issue here in X-Plane where, because on the yoke, I've got my viewpoints, right? Now, I don't know why, for some reason, one of those viewpoints gets me... Oh, that doesn't work at all. Gets me into better pushback. And I have no idea why that is. Yeah, and under the control settings, there is no... Yeah, I know. Yeah, but the thing is, I checked the keybinds. And, you know, you got keyboard keybinds and you got hardware keybinds. Now, for the hardware keybinds, for the yoke, there is no... There's no button for better pushback. Sadok, yeah, go ahead. Sure, that's... And Ghost, you are the Qatar, it says here. Fantastic. Sure, go and ask a question. Right, let's do the old panel real quickly. So we're going to go aligned in INS. Silly model matching, yeah, typical X-Plane at the moment.
Clear to Larnaca, 1 Echo departure, flight plan route, initial climb 7000.
Okay, man. I checked, so I definitely have the latest version, 1.10 I think it is. Hey, what's it doing now? I love that name. That's a cool name. Thank you much. You like the content? Fantastic. How you install custom scenery to X-Plane without the errors and scenery missing? So usually, I think sometimes it's a bit of a problem regarding the extra add-ons you need, like for example, you know, you have Mr. X stuff. So there's a lot of extra background programs that you need, but it would normally tell you that under the website where you download the free add-on, so the free airport add-on. So sometimes it's flags, sometimes it's airport buildings, so it's different libraries you need to download. Yeah. What? My head... Really? Anybody else notice a difference in my microphone quality today? Oh, you know what? Hang on. Not really? No? Okay. I'm wondering. It's a bit more dampened. Okay, I'm not just wondering. Hang on. Give me a second, guys. No, so that's definitely my normal microphone. It's more dampened. Let me see if I can change that. Hold on. So now it's boosted more now. Sounds like high bypass for the high frequency missing. Yeah, boss, hello. Yeah, I think in that case what happens... Yeah, I think what happens is that... although it shouldn't really be the case, no. Okay, fish got... Yeah, there we go. It's definitely don't sound as sexy. Oh my god. Oh. It's just a bit different, you see. Okay, guys, I tell you what. Then I tell you what we'll do. We're going to switch back to my old headset. If this... Okay. Okay. Give me a second.
Now is it okay? Negative. Basically, yes, I can see you. AGN 908, pushback approved. Pushback approved, AGN 908. Runway 8 Yankee Foxtrot ready for taxi. Virgin, 8 Yankee Foxtrot taxi via India, Delta 4 and Delta, public point, runway 03 right. Taxi to holding point 03 right, India, Delta 4 and Delta, Ryanair, 8 Yankee Foxtrot.
So I know people are a bit sensitive sometimes when it comes to these settings. Hold on. Now I need to switch back some stuff here. Hold on. Now I'm wondering, how do I get this back? Okay, so now I have this. Okay, that's one thing. Okay. Right, so now I've got my normal setup again, guys. So let me know if my voice is back to the good old sound, please. It's back, okay. So that's the... It's back. Thank God for that, right? Right, I can hear ATC. I can hear... Okay, it's back, so... Making sure everybody's happy. Thank you. But now the sim is a bit louder. Okay, I can deal with that. So no worries with the sim. I can dial down the sim as well. That's easy. Cool. Over panel was set. So let me give you a quick rundown of the flight today. So it is a bit of an event today going on. So Samos today is actually towered. And hence, I do want to... Okay, sim is still a bit loud. Okay, I'll down the sim sound just a bit more. And then let me know once it becomes too quiet. Oh, hang on. I thought I could dial down. There we go. Now it's dialed down a bit, right? No, Mark, I tried a new headset, which is a wireless headset, but now it's good, thank you. It's just a little bit more causing issues in some sense. Right, so we've got the 737-800. We're flying under the EGN 3242 today. And the flight time is very short, quick 45 minutes. Flight level 230. We expect holding. The altitude is back, going back to Athens, if anything goes wrong. And we have 30-minute extra fuel just in case. The weather? Cerveza. Hang on. Where's Cerveza? Cerveza is here. So we got 05019, quite windy day here, meaning a bit of headwind, runway 03, expecting 3 right. Then for takeoff, condition 1013. And so Samos, 350-11 gust 21. So guys, this means it could be runway 27. But that's a nasty wind, because that comes over the mountains, meaning it could really cause turbulence today. Gonna have to wait and see. But yeah, that's a challenge for sure. Yeah, this will be a nice approach. I fully agree. Right, let me just go back again to ATIS. And the question is, do you hear... Hang on. Do you hear that? Okay. Yeah, I think there's something else I want to try, guys. Yeah, I think this is better. I think if I do this, then the sim sounds will be a bit quieter. And you can hear the ATIS, so the VATSIM is under a different channel. So you should be able to hear VATSIM a little bit louder compared to the aircraft. So that should be okay now. Cool. It's perfect like that. Fantastic. Thank you so much for feedback. Before we actually go on... Oh, no. No. Excellent. First thing I want to do is try to get the clearance. So the information now is information Delta still. And one thing I need to check is if we got the routing that... Hey, Dexter. Yes. So... Yeah, sure. I understood everything there. What is going on? So, just getting paper ready here to knock down the clearance. Oh, hold on, one more thing. Athena ground, Kalispera from Agent 3242 Information Delta requesting clearance, please. Agent 3242 is clear to Samos via the Caristo to Echo departure. Climb 7000 and the squawk 6740. Cool. At least we got that correct. So now we know that we have our flight plan routing. I wasn't sure because... Yeah. So I mean, so Samos does have. Oh, you don't hear ATC. Okay, so that's the question. Hold on. Yeah. Let me fix that because I asked you guys and I thought you guys said yeah, it's there. Do you hear it now? No, okay. Hang on. Why is that not going through? Oh, okay, hang on. It's a device, yeah. Sorry, yeah. Got it. I think I have it now. Let me get the ATIS again, then you guys can tell me if it's there.
Approach Pi
There we go.
That's X-ray. Runway 03 left. Takeoff runway 03 right.
West.
Transition level 100.
Thank you. Yeah, it's again. I'll not get the other headset again. Don't worry. I'll try to remember that. Cool. Nice. So with boarding going on. Yes. Thank you so much. Me too. So let's hurry up. Let's get going. Now, one thing I want to see. So we have payload, right? So what we're going to do. It's all a quick loading, isn't it? So all we want to do is go to this page. No, not this page. We're going to go to total here. So payload total. Let's try 16.7 and see where we come out. So that's what we have on the flight plan. Which means 0 fuel weight should be 58 something. Perfect. That's exactly what we need. The subscribe message also doesn't play. Oh, good God. Oh, I've messed up all the sound settings because of that.
Yep, Delta 1. Delta 1 can I overtake Delta 4?
That I don't know if I can fix today, guys.
1 to this right. It's great. Bye-bye.
But Avima, thank you so much for the 4 months. I can hear the sounds. But if you can't hear it, yeah, and if you, I didn't realize something as simple as just changing a headset messes up the sound settings that hefty. Oh, but I think I know why. Yeah, the Twitch alerts. Let me just have a look here again.
Indian 110, push back approved, facing east. It's approved and facing east, Indian 110.
Yeah, so I can hear it, everything. I'm not sure why it's not going through for you guys. How strange. But we'll get it fixed next time. Yeah, the important thing is that you guys hear the ATC. That's the important thing. Cool. So 58.7 and 26.6 for takeoff DG. For the fuel, let's call the fuel truck. Yeah, Ghost, almost ready. Lol. Almost ready. That's a lie. But I'll do my best to get everything quickly loaded here. So we got departure arrival, departure 3 right, Charistos to Echo. Then from Charistos, November 604 to Saussure. Then we go Yankee 134. And we go to Pibos.
Please say again the departure. Again to Alpha. Kilo Romeo Oscar to Echo departure. Kilo Romeo Oscar to Echo. Punch finish line 7,000 feet and squawk 5515. And 3152 departure.
So from Pibos, it's November 130. And we go to Mike Echo Sierra. Lima 609. And we go to Urnil. And Urnil, we know exactly. Oh, okay, interesting, Fish Cup. Yeah. I would imagine some sort of holiday charter or something, right? So, does anyone know? Already the let me just check the weather for Samos. I think we could get the Samos weather from Navigraph. So let me just check that. I tried. Oh, 09 Ghost. Thank you much. Thank you. So 09 it is, which will be interesting. So I've got the Urnil 1 Charlie. Execute. So that way, Deluxe. So it's going to be the ARC, I think. Yeah, 11 DME ARC to Deluxe, and then we go on to the final. We'll show that right now because later, payload, fuel. Now the fuel was altogether. Oh, I have to. That's the thing. I have to enter the fuel first, don't I? So I'm going to enter 7,000 kilograms. And then we're going to call the fuel truck. That's it. So in the meantime, I'll show the arrival. So it is. Oh, in case you're wondering about today's program, this is today's program. So second flight should be interesting as well to Innsbruck, and we're going to stick with the Zibo. I want to give it a good try today.
Flight deck hose is connected and starting refueling.
Jesus, that scared the hell out of me. I'm not used to suddenly something talking to me. Sounding so professional. What do you mean, RIP FS? No, don't say you have a crashed desktop. No. So that's the Urnil 1 Charlie. Right, and then from there, normally would fly this VOR approach with the circling runway 09. Always a challenge. With the wind today, no kidding, I'm expecting lots of go-arounds. Lots and lots of go-arounds.
To Samos on runway 03 left, Kia 1 Echo departure. Initial climb to 7,000 feet and walk 002.
So let's do parking stance. So I'm expecting we're parked at Alpha 1, pole position, pushback, facing facing west. And someone was saying Delta 4 is available, right? But... yeah, Avenger. Well, we're going to go with like Delta 2 or something. I'm not going to go with Delta 4 today. Next question, do we have a performance... Oh yeah, I remember, you know guys, we always wondered regarding performance calculators in here. Here, so we got Takeoff performance. Is that new? No, MAN, you're joking. No. Well, it hang on. Or is it, well, I mean, it seems to be working. I mean, this is the stable version, right? So it's like you can enter stuff, but it doesn't work. It doesn't work anything, or it doesn't give you any results. Is that what you're saying? So if we got wind 040 at 15, I'm just going to try it. Okay, just to see what happens. 27 degrees. Oh, it is 1013. Okay. Takeoff weight. No, hang on. How's that possible? How can Microsoft Flight Sim empty your recital bin? Oops. So we're almost there. So that's going to be 65.5 for takeoff. Yeah, 65.5. We'll do optimum rating. Assumed max, flaps 5, air conditioning auto, anti-ice off. Ah, okay, I see what you mean. Yeah, so it should give you some values now, shouldn't it? Ah, okay, I see. Yeah. I'll tell you what, Ghost, thanks for the offer, but I'll take the sim brief one. Just default.
Ground to flight deck, fuel is all loaded up and you are good to go.
Thank you so much. So let me take 3,800 meters for intersection Delta 2. Values look good. Let's get that. Well, let's try enable to calculate. So these will be the results. It gives us a flap 5, DTO 2, selected 42 in those speeds. So I'm going to try to enter those values. So we go to init, reserve fuel. Since the alternate is Athens, it's 3.1 altogether to get back to Athena. Cost index is planned at 66. And the cruise level, of course, short flight time very low, 230 only today. Just going to enter a cruise wind, approximately 40 degrees, 10 knots, so not much wind. You have cost index 6. How did that happen?
Delta 5, Delta holding point, runway 0 free right.
Ryanair ultimate immersion. You're a pro. Right, let me just close the door here, right? Get some peace and quiet. Doors... All doors are closed. Cool. Yeah, Bas Martin. Yeah, but that's been there for quite some time already, so in case you didn't know. So we've got DTO2 with a assumed temperature of 42. Yeah, climb 2 is fine. Flaps 5. Trim will be 5.0 and the speeds are 153, 157 and 163. And that should mean that we are almost ready to go. Just need to check my web app for the airport specifics. Let's have a look here. So runway 3 right, 033 degrees. Set that, 033 degrees. Initial climb was 7,000. You can set that out as well. Yeah, okay guys, yeah, I'll just take full risk today then. I mean, and Fishcop always uses the calculations of the CDU. Oh, okay, MA, I'm so sorry to hear that, MA, and man, oh, I mean, it is a nightmare with Microsoft at the moment. So NDP 1 is what we'll do, and the engine out would be 8 miles, Sierra Alpha Tango, right turn proceed 340 Kia. So I'm going to set all these VORs required for that. So we'll go and have a look on page 2. So the engine up acceleration height will be 1,500 feet. Thrust reduction is, yeah, that's 1,500, and the acceleration height is 3,000 AGL. So thrust reduction, acceleration, and engine out. Hey, Iowa Scotsman, how are you doing? Nice to see you. Cool. So for the RATNAV, we don't have that, so I've got to set the VORs manually. So we've got Kia 15.0. Going to put that on here. And Sierra Alpha Tango. Where's Sierra Alpha Tango? Approach. Is that still active? Yeah, 109.6. So we'll take 109.6 on here. I'm going to set the course as well to 033 for the runway. Got the flight directors on. LNAV, VNAV armed. And I think we're ready for checklist, guys. I think we are ready for a checklist. So checklist 737 normal. So pre-flight oxygen tested 100%. We've got the navigation transfer display switch is normal and auto. Window heat on. Pressurization mode selector is in auto. But this should be, I'm used to that being automatic, but it's not. 230 for cruise. That is set as well. Flight instruments, we got heading 302. Altimeter is 1013. Check 3 times. Hey Dynam, you did? Okay, nice. Yeah, I know that it's a great add-on. It's just at the moment I just would need to invest a lot of time to learn how to fly it. So that's why I'm a bit apprehensive. Parking brake is set. Engine start levels cut off, and that's the pre-flight checklist complete. So let's get the. Hey Svenja, how was your sporting session?
Yankee 1, Charlie, Delta.
Hope all good.
Some doors are still open for the GPU or the ASU are still connected.
What?
I'm
Oh yeah.
for all of them closed
Yeah.
doors
Give me a second.
connected and
Give me a second. Where's my doors page? Service.
I see it's
No.
Yankee 1, Charlie,
Ground service, there we go. Disconnect.
8 in my case, and all the way down on Delta 2, holding point, Delta 1.
Alright, let's do the before start items. Cleared hydraulics. Packs off. Let's get the transponder on. Right. Then let's read the before start to the line.
All right,
Fuel.
got everyone strapped in. Give us a ring if you need anything.
Thank you. 7,000 kilograms pumps on. We have fashion signs on. MCP V2163 heading 033, altitude 7,000. Takeoff speeds V1 153, VR 157, V2163. CD pre-flight is completed. Rudder aileron trim 3 and 0. Oh, let me get the yoke back. It's weird, isn't it? Where's the click spot for the yoke? Huh? Taxi takeoff briefing. Well, not really completed. I have not really given you a full briefing, have I? So the Charistos departure is as follows. So we've got the climb heading 3032, Alpha Victor 033, and then Charistos VOR. Pretty straightforward departure. I'll dial in Charistos as we go. Initial climb was 7,000 as cleared. And sector altitudes 6,200 to the north, and we've got 5,200 to the south. And here we've got 3,600. Extra fuel, half an hour. For the taxi out, understanding hotspots, we're planning for the Delta 2, runway 3 right. Performance been calculated. And engine out. The weird thing is, I've got failures active. Now, I hope I'm not going to get an engine failure on takeoff. But we'll see. If anything goes wrong, we're going to go 8 dB, Sierra Alpha Tango. And then right radial 340 from Kia. And at 15 dB, Kia enter holding or get radio vectors. You can. Oh, I can tilt the. Hang on. How do I do that? How do I do that? Oh, yes. Ah, genius. Genius. Thank you. Ali, how are you doing? Nice to see you. Good.
All stations on station, wind is ground, it's closing, please switch the tower on 118.625, bye bye.
Oh, tower is 18625. Okay, there we go.
This was Athens, we got the Velos Airport HS information, Echo.
Tower Kalispera from Agent 3242, stand Alpha 1 requesting start and push.
Agent 3242, Venezuela Tower, hello, starting the approach, facing south on Echo, QNH 1013.
Push proof facing south on Echo and QNH 1013, Agent 3242.
Access Tower, good evening, QNH 3152, holding short runway 03 right, ready for line up and departure.
Agent 3152, Venezuela Tower, hello, line up and wait, 039.
Brakes released, ready push, face south on Echo. Thank you. So, below the line, please. There we go. Below the line, we have the flight deck door closed and locked. Doors closed. Anti-collision light is on. Below the line completed. Engine start. So, making sure we've got enough pressure. Start right engine. So, no auto start here. Ooh. Wait for about 25%. There we go. Fuel on. Fuel flow. EGT.
Delta Samos, the key 1 echo departure, time for exit, altitude 7,000 and squawk 1452. Athens affection.
Information echo cars expect 10 minutes delay for Samos.
Oh, you see?
We're close and affection.
Now they're already giving out delays for Samos.
3152, runway 0 clear for takeoff and 0 from 0 degrees 13 knots.
That's not a surprise, really.
Clear for takeoff, 0 free running station, 3152.
Corridor 4 Lima Alpha with me.
Good engine start. Let's start engine left engine. Start valve open. Rotation N2.
Corridor 4 Lima Alpha, hello, welcome to the cloud. Configure taxi via Delta, hold for Delta 2, runway 0 expect 5 minutes.
Waiting for 25%.
Unit Delta, hold short of Delta 2 and expect 5 minutes of delay.
Scale 3242, is anything for you? Expect 5 to 10 minutes with the departure. Samos is a little bit packed.
Okay, that's copied agent 3242. And fuel on.
Is located under the seats or between seats. The safety instruction card shows the exact location.
Ryanair 82 Mike, stop by for your push and expect around 10 minutes before the departure for Samos.
Slip the vest on over your head, wrap the strap around your waist, and attach it.
Brake set. Good. Good engine start. Let's do the before taxi items, flaps 5. So, APU generators on, window heat on, or APU bleed off, packs auto, isolation valve auto. Start switch is continuous, APU goes off. We do a recall check. Good check. Flaps 5. Is that flaps 5? Yep, that's flaps 5. Thank you. You can disconnect. Have a nice day. And we'll do a flight control check.
700 feet, no further ATC available. Monitor Unicom 122.8. Have a good flight.
Unicom, bye-bye.
Fish cup, yeah, that's true. See ya. Yeah, no excuses today, right?
Okay, the cabin is secured. Have a good
Thank you.
flight.
Thank you much. Right, yeah, no excuses today, guys.
Tower, hello, you're clear to your destination, Samos. Yeah, 1 echo departure, runway 03 right, decline via seat, 7,000 feet, squawk 706.
Okay, so Nate says looks better than mine. We look outside the windshield, I can barely see the instruments. Okay, interesting. But I don't think that's because of reshade. Hey, Lewis.
7,000 feet and squawk 706.
Pro pilot or no pilot. Right, here we go. All signal. Clear signals there. So let's do the before tax check. There's generators on, probe heat on. We have anti-ice off. Isolation valve in auto. Engine start switch continues. Recall was checked. Auto brake is RTO. Engine start levels idle 10. Flight controls were checked and ground equipment is clear. Agent 3242, we are ready for taxi anytime.
Agent 3242, taxi via Echo Delta 5, Delta holding point 03 right.
Via Echo Delta 5, Delta holding point 03 right. Agent 3242. Good. Left side clear, or the right side clear, left side clear. Lights on. Let's go. So next should be Delta 5. Let's test the brakes. Brakes are working. Oh! LOL! My axis is inverted for the tiller. I've got to fix that in a second. How weird is that? I didn't try that today. It's just inverted. But the issue is, if I go into the if I go into the menu, I think we'll get disconnected from VATSIM. Alright, we'll get used to it. For one flight we'll do it. Test. That is such a strange feeling. The scene today is a bit laggy here in Athens.
Condor 4 Lima Alpha, now with 39, clear for takeoff with 040 degrees.
That's what I mean. We try to do quickly, then...
Can I take off runway 02 right, via section Delta 2 response to Alpha.
Delta 2 is true.
No broken, thank you. Advise yard,
Hey Yanis, hello, hello. Now let me just check something here. Developer toggle output. No, I've got 50 FPS. So it's not the FPS that's the issue. It's more like sometimes the sceneries, if they're not optimized, they can cause some stuttering.
SP242, another 5 minutes before you take off.
Okay, copied 5 minutes before takeoff. Copied agent 3242. Thank you.
Again, 7 Alpha X-ray, are you ready to push?
Oh, Ghost! Get out of here! Get out of here! Come on, leave me alone. It took me that long to realise. Agent doesn't have 737s.
South on echo to the X-ray.
Oh, I've got to change the heading. That's another setting.
8 to Mike, another 5 minutes before I can push you to.
Hang on. Displays. So displays. There we go. Displays. Now, heading up, please. I don't want that. Thank you. That's all, actually. Now, I'm not going to go with Delta 2. So, let me get the departure chart. Aviamar, I've always had heading, because the thing is this, Aviamar, if ATC gives you heading, how do you check your heading? So the heading doesn't show it, it shows the track. And so the heading, you would have to look at the heading at the level, that's called the lubber line. So that's, you know, totally counterproductive in my eyes. So I would always put heading magnetic as an info up here, not track. It's very rarely that you fly according track. It's yeah, usually, you know, all the time by heading. Yeah. Cool. Let's read the before takeoff checklist. Let me just set the trim. Let's set. So we got flaps 5 green light and trim is 5 units, and that's the before takeoff checklist completed. So we are ready. We are happy to go anytime. There we are, waiting. Sunset. Ooh, I wonder. I mean, I have put everything to real time. Now, I do wonder if that maybe was a mistake. It goes to always. Really? You've always flown track? No. Well, that's wrong. Fly Lilo, hello to you. I'm gonna have to put a bit of floodlight on already because it's getting dark. Overhead panel. Let's check the overhead panel. Just in case you're wondering, we are ready. It's just that there's a lot of traffic inbound to Samos, and they're kind of overpowered as it is. I'm the auto throttle here. Oh really? You got headwind gusts up to 27 on departure. Okay, Airbus. I'm not sure how X-Plane simulates that today, so we'll see. Good thing is that it's only 45-minute departure flight time, so there's not many aircraft here. It's just a lot of aircraft inbound to Samos. Yeah, Thomas, I have to admit, I didn't try to fly the Zibo today. Literally, I just jumped into the aircraft now. And it could be a bad mistake not having tried it before, but we'll see. Good chance to check the radar. It looks to me like, guys, it looks to me like there's the people flying holding at Samos right now. Yeah. Now let me try to see. We've got VATSIM radar somewhere. It's an app, right? I'm sure I have it somewhere. Yeah, VATScope I have.
Agent 7 FX, taxi 03 right.
Taxi via Echo, Delta 5, Delta, holding Boeing.
The good thing is, though, I mean, they did a good thing. So there's two airports powered today. One of them is
3242, line up and wait, 035.
Line up and wait, 03 right, Agent 3242. So they have Kos as one airport, and they have Samos as the second airport. So two of them. Kerry, welcome. Yeah. Good. Cabin crew, prepare for departure. Approach sector is clear. Easy. Oh, really? You got an overspeed because of those wind gusts? Wow, okay. Green dot is 237. That is, yeah, that sounds heavy.
Final 82, Mike, ready for push?
I honestly can't wait for the optimization in 12.3. Because right now I've got like 45 FPS and I would like to have 50 at least. To have everything nice and smooth. And Zach, hello. Cargo pilot, how was your driving? Was it okay or? Cleared for takeoff, runway 03 right, Agent 3242. Let's go. Oh, let's go. Takeoff. I take that as a bug, guys. I think it's the speed brakes. Yeah, that was the speed brakes not locking down. But that's a hardware issue, so we'll continue. 80 knots. Checked. Oh yeah, TCAS. Once an airborne. Thank you. V1.
V1. Rotate.
Well, you said a lot of dead bend, but no, it's actually quite nice. Okay, there we go. Gear up. About 15 degrees pitch. We got LNAV. Oh no.
400.
Let's check. Now, I don't know why my trim doesn't... So the button for trim down doesn't work.
1000.
3242, identify past 1,300 feet, no direct DC available, monitor just go 122, decimal
12.8, thank you, have a great evening. The Agent 3242. Alright, there we go. Let's put the autopilot on and we get the aircraft trimmed that way. Yeah, there's a couple of buttons that are not bound for some reason. Like I said, first flight for the Zibo for ages. So we've got autopilot, LNAV, VNAV, speed. Speed restrictions, so I'm going to leave the flaps at 5. That could go to off. Let's dial up the... Oh, you might, again, that button, the hardware button for the Toga button was not mapped. Yeah, so that was easier just to get N1 here. I could have done, actually pushed that on my hardware as well. Right, flaps 1, speed checked. Flaps 1. I have to stop say speed checked because IRL I don't see we don't say speed checked. Flaps up. We just say what we set. Flaps up. Right, these lights go off. Cool. Thank you. Setting TCAS now. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Now there's no weather around us, so we should just go with terrain mode. Oh, terrain not modeled here. Oh no, you need to install a different app for that, don't you? Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, there's a different app for that. Now I kind of feel, so this is without reshade, and this is with reshade. So
1,000 to go.
With reshade, it's actually a lot darker. So I'm not a big fan of that, to be honest. I've got to find a different profile. Oh yes, please. So this is no reshade right now, just standard vanilla. Okay, we're going to climb 230. There's no other traffic above us, so let me dial in 230. Alt intervention, N1, VNAV speed, 23,000. Caristo, 12.2. It'll be interesting to see how the aircraft hand flies for the approach. And again, it's just a really quick hop. Although I have to say, I do expect to get some holding. Oh, sunset. Hey Lewis, any advice for the first about VATSIM? I feel somewhat confident controlling the aircraft and getting behind, but I feel quite nervous about VATSIM. Yeah. So Lewis, go for an airport that is towered, obviously, but where there's not too much traffic. So try to avoid airports like Munich, Frankfurt, London. So, you know, try to go with a smaller airport with less traffic. And then when you file your flight plan under remarks, just type in new pilot or inexperienced pilot. Just let the controller know that you know, he should maybe talk a bit slower, give you some tips. Good, 10,000 feet, very quick flight here. But honestly, it's just one of those things, Lewis, where you know you're going to get out of your comfort zone. It's going to feel maybe not too, you know, too comfortable, but once you've done that, that goes back to RTO. Once you've done that, you will feel amazing. And then as you know, just do more and more flights on VATSIM, you get more and more relaxed. After takeoff checklist, engine bleeds on, PAX, auto, landing gear, up and off, flaps up, lights out. That's the after takeoff checklist complete. Cool. Let me get the ATIS really quickly already. ATIS Samos. ATIS Samos is 27055. Going to do it on the second set here. Why am I not hearing VHF2? Oh, 055. That's why.
Mission Echo.
Ah, magic.
Recorded at 165 Zulu. ORDME approach. Runway and use 09er. Transition level. West 340 at 13 gust 23. West variable between 300 and 040. Time okay. Temperature 31. 2.11. QNH 1007. Visual departures also in use. Attention to all pilots, no radar services provided. Report on initial contact position and altitude, and you have listened to information echo.
Interesting. That's why I wanted to fly to Samos. Did you hear? No radar available. So guys, what does that mean? Huh? What does it mean? No radar available, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, procedural separation, yes. Jesus Christ. Oh, that was too loud. I mean, that scared the hell out of me. Oh, Avenger. Yeah, exactly. So there's a lot higher separation. And so you heard on the ATIS, it says, report on initial contact your position and altitude. Right? So the approach controller starts near Ormos. So let me get rid of these. So let me get rid of these charts here. So let me have a look. Almost. I'm going to put myself a... Oh, sorry, hang on. That's Urnil. We're coming in. Yeah, so Urnil. I am going to put a little fix here as a reminder to call in. I'm going to put this at 25 miles. So here, that's when we're going to call ATC. Let him know that we're about 20 miles prior to Urnil and the altitude. So what will happen is that as no radar service is available, he will give us a time-based separation, yes. Meaning, I don't know when, he will allow people to get out of the holding to start their approach, but he will tell aircraft to, for example, say, report descending out of 9 miles. Right? So I'm not sure how he does his separation, so what his method is, but he will then have people report their position. And like I said, guys, there is lots of go-arounds, and this just causing a lot of issues then. Now we are in real time. The only thing I'm wondering is if we should put the time back to 1 hour, by 1 hour, to have a daytime a bit, because I mean, I know theoretically it doesn't say anywhere that it's not allowed at nighttime. At least I haven't found anything in that regard. We'll land again. Oh, hang on. Yeah, you're right. There we go. Yeah, thank you. Appreciate the feedback. (34013) gust 23. Well, Airbus, theoretically that's a lot more for that speaks a lot more for runway 27. So have a look at the chart here. So the wind is coming out of this direction. And the runway is not very long, is it? Oh, here's an announcement.
If you experience any unexpected turbulence, enjoy the flight, and there's anything we can do to make your ride to let a member of the crew know.
I think, so Mach 85, I think as long as we get this kind of condition, I will be happy with it. It's just completely pitch dark. We'll see. We'll leave it as is for now, but we'll see. Good. All right, so let's have a look for the OFP. Position is Saucier. It should be 13 minutes after departure, and we should have 3.9 plus, so time is good, 3.9 plus 1.4, that's 5.3. And we've got 5.6, so fuel is good. Yeah, so der echte Drehstuhl, or echte Drehstuhlpilot, it is getting much better. And hopefully with the next update we'll get weather radar implementation and also some better performance. Okay, Ghost, yeah, roger that. Cool. Yeah, so we'll go for the briefing in a second. Let me just calculate the landing performance, just out of curiosity. Landing performance. So Samos. Now, if we take that weather 340 at what was it? 340. You wrote 13, but with the gusts even more. So it's already 4 knots, but with the gusts it's like almost 10 knots tailwind. So that's definitely a lot of challenge. 26 degrees, and the QNH there is 1013 still. Okay, cool. Oh, hang on, disregard. That was Athens. Hang on, let me get the weather here. So the QNH is 1007 and 31 degrees. Wow, that's hot. Flat 40, aircon auto, anti-ice and all brakes working. Nothing with non-normal checklist. Reverse and no credit, and the landing weight. Now we're going to burn, let's put 63.5. 63,500. So, we've got to take, I'm going to go, honestly, with Orbit 3. Orbit 3 should be okay. Let me check my charts here as well for Samos. We have available runway 09, 1,974. Yeah, so we'll take that. Auto brake 3, flat 40. Cool, so descent items. Auto brake 3, flaps 40. And the minimum is about... There's a minimum actually today, guys. I know it's a visual approach in the end, a visual circling, but there is a minimum. And the minimum is 1880. So I'm going to put in, well, yeah, 1880 is what I'm going to put in. 1880. Oops. Hey Ted, nice to see you. Wie geht's? Hayden, hello to you as well. How are you doing? Yeah, that's what I thought, Ghost, right? It's because we do expect some holding as well. And I mean, I do want to show you guys a little bit of the beauty as well of the island. I'll leave it on real time for now, but for the approach I think we will go back about an hour or half an hour maybe. Okay, so how do we fly the approach? We're going to fly the ARC to Deluxe. There's a holding over Samos VOR. I don't see any other holding patterns, so Samos VOR. If we get Samos, then we get some other clearance at some point. The controller will tell us what to do. The approach starts out of Samos. Standard would be outbound on the 159 to 19Es, then back inbound, intercept 357, radial towards the airport, pretty much perpendicular to the airport. We descend out of 9 miles, out of 3,000, descend to 1880. Then we have to be visual with the airport, with the coastline, with the obstacles. And as long as it stays on 09, we'll circle, as we've done many times, over the mainland here. And yeah, I mean, it's going to be a challenge. So we should descend already. Okay, let's go down to 150 initially on the path. Hey Lilienthal, nice to see you. So there's 3 to different holdings. Okay, we'll see what the controller gives us then. I mean, we're flexible now. I want to have a look if I can get myself some help. At least for the airport. If I put a 2-mile ring around the center of the airport, then I have, I think, some idea on what to do. That's an interesting circle there. Yeah, that's out intervention. Speed, let's go level change first of all. So we've got retard, MCP speed, and 15000. Good, so we circle, and that's about 1,000 feet above the coastline. Then we continue our descent and catch the center line, and there's usually a white building there, which we should cross about 400 feet. And that way we know if we are at the right altitude. And then we pick up the PAPI lights and go from there. Missed approach. Well, we'll see for instructions what Tower gives us. That's the first time, really, I can't remember that we've ever had ATC there. Unless my memory just fails me now, but I can't remember that. We actually have. So I'm already going to dial in the frequency here for the approach. It should be 24.1. The reason being is that the earlier the better. We have more time to get prepared. But before that, let me already dial in Samos VOR 11.6 so that we have some sort of bearing. So 40 miles away. The latest ATIS Echo. Das liest okay. Samos approach, Kalispera, agent 3242.
Say again?
This is agent 3242. We are 40 miles out from Samos, passing 18,000, descending 15,000.
GM 3242, Kalispera.
150.
Expect Urnil 1 Charlie arrival.
Expecting Urnil 1 Charlie arrival. Copied, agent 3242. So then as briefed, or as planned, I should say, with that 11 dB arc. Now, I'm not sure. It's showing interesting enough. So,
72 Bravo November.
Contact tower 129850, bye.
That's loud, isn't it?
129850, system to Bravo November. Thank you, sir. Good evening.
Is ATC loud for you guys?
Samos approach, Calispera, cut off from Athens, for Echo, inbound to almost 5 miles to north, passing level 170.
Alright, let me dial back to time.
One Charlie arrival, descent 7,000 feet, QNH 1007.
1,000 to go.
So it's about 1 hour earlier. It's not too loud. Oh, okay. Okay, that's fine.
November 158, Tango 7.
That's good. Alright. Sound is good, fantastic.
Calispera, November 158, Tango Sierra, flight level 70 is 9 miles from Larky. November 158, Tango Sierra, Calispera, over Larky, clear VOR, set to climb runway 09er, descent 30,000 feet. Over Larky, we are clear the VOR Alpha visual or correction.
I'm going to take out some speed here, guys.
Descent 3000, November 158, Tango Sierra.
It is busy. Good, let's read a checklist. Descent checklist. Landing altitude is set. Put the lights on as well. Recall checked. Auto brake 3. Good evening.
For Lima Alpha, you are very fast and very high.
Thank you very much, Adiole,
to Samos and hold us
for 9 months. Good evening. Thank you so much for your support. Sorry that you can't hear the jingles today. I try to get that fixed ASAP.
Second.
Keep descending at high rates, but do you want us to reduce speed and vertical speed while proceeding?
Yeah, I've got to trim manually today because my down trim button doesn't work yet. And I can't, since I'm on VATSIM, I can't just go into the settings menu.
You will go expect VOR second climb 09er from Samos.
Okay, descent further down to 7,000 feet, jump the hold and expect now via Samos via approach to the business planet.
HCR 3242, direct to and hold over Samos as published, descent flight level 90.
Proceed to direct to Samos, hold as published, and descent level 90, agent 3242. Well, there we go. So I'm going to put heading select first of all, roughly go towards Samos. I have the bearing there. Then I can go ahead and put Samos into the next page. 11.6, execute. I have a feeling that's one of those bugs, isn't it? Right, anyways. Let me enter the holding as well. I mean, initially we could go with just with the level change. So retard, heading select, MCP speed, 90. And that is weird. Why does it clear out Samos all the time? Got to put that here then. And then Samos, hold. And it says on the approach chart is inbound 086 right turns. 086 right turns. Execute. So now let's try. There we go. No. Yeah, it's bugged, isn't it? Hold at Samos. Okay, it doesn't matter. We've got L now. We just watch, make sure that it flies towards Samos, enters the holding. If not, we'll do it with heading bug. It's fine. And by the way, guys, this is Samos, and this is with map enhancement. That looks so great. And there's the airport.
Samos approach, good day, Moon Flower 82, Mike passing flight level 114 overhead Nisos.
Moonflower? Nice.
Moonflower 82 Mike, Kalispera, direct to and hold over Samos as published, descent
Now I'm
flight
gonna
level
go
100.
get to clean speed 215. Trying to save some fuel. Hey Steppke, wie geht's? So what we're gonna do as well, guys, we are going to... Come on, descent. We are going to... work out our max holding time. Okay, so we've got 5.2 tons at the moment.
Samos approach, Econ 7 X-ray, almost 2 off arrival.
And we need 3.1 at the missed approach point to get back to Athena. That means right now we would have 2 tons for holding and the approach. Now the difficult thing is trying to figure out how much fuel we need for one approach. So it's about 25 miles in distance. If we plan to fly at 3 miles per minute, it's about 4 minutes. No, sorry, disregard. It's about 8 minutes for the approach, right? 8 times 3, 24, yeah. So 8 minutes. In 8 minutes, we burn about 300 kilograms. Yeah, we are passing flight level 114, descending level 90, and we are 3 miles from Samos VR, agent 3242.
Roger.
So again, guys, he has no radar. So he doesn't see us on the radar scope.
158 Tango Sierra, contact tower 129.850. Tower 1.
Lights are on for the holding, very important. I'm just, now it's there, luckily. Look, that's a building in the extended center line that would have to be 400 feet over. I'm glad we're going to see that. That's good. Okay, let's see. Make sure we enter the holding pattern correctly. Fantastic. One more thing I'm going to do here, I'm going to go to fixed page. I'm going to dial in my, I'm going to draw in my outbound radio that I have to fly. And that was 159. So not the Cat AB, the Cat C and D. That's the one we need, 159. So radio 159, and I'm going to dial in at 10 miles as a reminder. And the agent 3242 entering Samos hold at this time, passing 99, descending 90.
Roger.
So, gonna go back on the vertical speed. So
airline 7149er, monitor advisory 12 decimal 8.
There's aircraft below us.
22 decimal 8, thank you very much.
Just so that we don't get a TCAS resolution. That would be quite nasty. Yeah, exactly. So the best speed is the up speed. Yeah, minimum lift to drag. Let me sequence the flight plan here. Although
Condor 7, correction, Condor 4 Lima Alpha, exit hold, clear VOR, circling line 09.
Exit roads, next passing Samos VR Elgit, the full procedure, we've got Samos VR for via approach to runway.
Doesn't like that. Okay, doesn't matter. We'll leave the rest in then. Although, hang on, can I delete this out? Because I find it a bit distracting to have all these lines on the nav display. It doesn't like it. Okay, we can't take Deluxe out, that's fine. Right, level 90 steady. And again, there's an aircraft in the hold. Actually, it's 2 aircraft in the hold with us. There's one above us and one below us. Let's see if we can pick them up. Oh, there's one.
And Moonflower 82, Mike level 100, entering the hold over Samos.
Yeah, the other one's behind us somewhere. number 3, thank you. Yeah, I guess the other traffic's just too far away to be seen. There's one, oh, look at that. There's one in the approach right now. Cool. Let's watch him. See if he goes around. Oh yeah, I was saying regarding the holding, right? I got stuck there on the explanation. So 5 tons at the moment, 3.1 at the missed approach to get back to Athena safely. Hey, Australian Gorilla, good day. So if I take 4, let's say 500 kilograms conservatively, right, for the approach, then I should leave the holding at 3.6 latest. So that will give me 1.4 tons of holding fuel right now. And guys, you have to do that. You just cannot fly holding and not have an idea how much fuel you have and how much holding time you have available. You need to work that out. That's what we do IRL as well. Descend 7,000 feet, QNH 1007, Agent 3242. So since we're on a holding pattern, I'm not going to do level change. It's just going to be vertical speed.
Alpha X-ray.
And the altimeter is 1007. Set 3 times. Now we read the approach checklist. Altimeter, QNH 1007. That's the approach checklist complete. Oh no, really? Now as well? Hey Phil. Do you enjoy explain more? Well, I wouldn't. Well, I mean, Maxar 2024 for me at the moment is not usable because of really bad stutterers that I can't get fixed, and so I do use Maxar 2020. Happy with that, but at the moment, I do enjoy X-Plane. Oh, here he is. Oh my god. No. Look at his alignment turn. No way he's going to make the landing. I mean, if he does, he's OG. Wow. Oh my god. No way.
Climb flight level 110, direct to and
he did. Oh my god. I don't know how he did it. GG. That was like a carrier landing. That needs some huevos. Huevos from made of steel. Is it really? Oh, that's a DA42. Oh, that makes sense then. Here we go, 1,000 feet, 7,000. Oh, that's okay. Alpha Choir. Yeah, I was wondering. Right. 5 tons. Lies. So I'm trying to keep track of all the other aircraft, and I'm trying to get a feel for when he gives other people the approach skills. He's in the climb. There's no way to set.
3242, exit hold, clear to VOR, setting 09er.
Okay, so once we're over at Samos again, we'll start the approach for the VOR 09er in Samos, engine 3242. Good. So we're going to, I assume we're going to stay at 7,000 here because. Well, min holding would be 6,000, but it doesn't matter. So 7,000. We have 9 miles. That's 3,000 feet for the descent. So that will give us down to 4,000. Then we continue to descend down to 3,000 in the turn as well. Actually, we're going to go down 3,000. But from the track mileage, Well, we may use a bit of speed brakes, get ourselves down to 3,000 here. And then max 200 knots for the turn. Intercept, again, 357. And as a reminder, on the other set, I'm going to set the runway heading, which is 089er. So that I have some idea where I have to fly. Remember, no radar means that I will report Samos outbound for the approach, just so to give the controller an update on my position. Even though he didn't really request it, it's just for him to be, in the picture where I am. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to start slowing down inbound. So once I'm inbound to the VOR, I'll start slowing down to 190 knots. There's no extra points for flying approaches fast. Hey, Rice. Oh, Reese. Sorry. Reese, how you doing?
LGAV 3242, maintain 7,000 until right.
Yeah, maintaining 7,000 until advised. Agent 3242. So now that's the thing, right? He's got someone inbound or below me, and so I can't descend below 7,000 for the moment. So he's got traffic somewhere. Now I will report Samos outbound. So that I can then get the sentience. Right, inbound. (340) gust 24. Good lord. Yeah. So go around procedure here. 737. Is go around flaps. It's going to be flaps 15. You see, that's a problem. There's a traffic departing. Hence, that's why we have 7,000 as a limit right now. Yeah, exactly. I am going to go and get myself the heading but ready, and I am going to start intercept now. Flaps on. Agent 3242 of Samos will start the outbound procedure right now. And please advise when you can start descent, Agent 3242.
Yeah, it will be soon.
Just want to make sure that, yeah, you see that's the problem right now. He's 1,000 feet below. And again, no radar.
3242, you may start descending out to coding profile.
Okay, coding profile, we cleared down to descent. Agent 3242, I think. So 3,000 feet, level change. Get speed brakes out. So here's our raw data indication. We have to pull the tail to 159 degrees. Flaps 5.
We are missing the radar, this is why I cannot vector you. Okay, thank you. No need to Agent Foxtrot. Say again? Don't need a higher level than Agent Foxtrot.
We turn inbound at 9 dMs. Still got to go down a bit quicker now. Speed brakes are out.
descent 7,000 feet, QNH 1007.
QNH 1007, descent 7,000, one flower 82 Mac.
Now we're getting some descent rate. Non-standard flaps 10. 4 more drag. So the max speed for the turn was 200 knots. We're fine. All right, so we got the radial 159 now. So I'm going to go adjust the heading again a little bit. Stay on that 159 radial. And we'll have the map mode open so that I don't get distracted anymore from those lines. So altitude is going quite well now.
Samos approach, hello again.
Half a mile for the turn.
Approach, joining radio G57.
Speed brakes in, turning right for the intercept. So I'm going to go 327.
You are circling.
Well, maybe even, but let's keep it at 317 initially. Because our descent point is at 9 miles. Gears coming down. Yeah, we're going to continue our decline.
Samos approach, Gen 01, kind of
Gen 01, Kalispera, direct to
yeah, localize the
level 130.
Gen 01, the same flight level
the VR radial is alive. Come on, speed. You need power, my boy, you need power. So I'm going to dial down 8 or 1900 feet here. 1 mile until the descent. Here's the inbound radial. Airport should be coming inside here. Yeah.
Turkish 8 Foxtrot Charlie, climb flight 1190, monitor advisory 122.8, bye-bye.
Laps 25.
1190, monitor advisory 128, Turkish 8 Foxtrot, thank you, back.
Speed brake armed. And we're starting our descent, 9 miles. Ground speed 157, 800 feet per minute is fine. Flaps 4. Oh, flaps, just slow down here. Flaps 30, come on. Flaps 30 and flaps 40.
Contact tower 129.850, bye-bye.
29850, thank you, Agent 3242. So on the inbound radial,
2500.
Here's the airport inside. 2500 was checked. Samos Tower, Kalispera. Agent 3242 is inbound for the visual 09 in Samos.
LGN 3242, yes, counting approach. You are number 2, wind 340 degrees, 14 knots, 24 variable between 300 and 0200 degrees.
We continue, Agent 3242. Wow, speed, come on.
AGN 082, contact approach 124, text 11, bye-bye.
Come on.
AGN 3242, wind 340 degrees, 1 forecast 24 knots, runway 09, clear to land.
09 to land, Agent 3242, thank you. Is it trimming or not? It is, but very slowly. Blimey. It's taken ages. Yeah, guys, the problem is my my trim button doesn't work for the down position, but I think I'm all right now. Cool. So 1,000 feet over the over the coastline there. Yeah, well, I don't think. Oh, wow, that's that's like a roller coaster ride already. I'm not doing anything. It's just the wind here. It's just blowing me all over the place. Right, landing checklist.
1,000 feet stabilized, Mr. Birch, altitude set.
We got start switch continues, speed brake, arm glide, gear down 3 green, flaps 40, green light. Good God, what is this? I'm not doing anything. The aircraft is like moving around like crazy. Oh my God. Airbus had to go around, okay. Whoa, this is... Whoa. So the 400 feet above that greenhouse there. Golly. Right, let me get my plan mode back. And then 5 miles to get the center line. Oh my God. I wish I had checked the trim button prior to my flight. I regret that now. Jesus. Alright, let's try it. 30-degree bank. Let's see if we can get things controlled here, or keep controlled.
500.
We'll be overshooting just ever so slightly.
400.
Wow, this must be one of the craziest times. Yeah, we all shot way too far. Oh my God. Speed is okay. Right, I'm not giving up yet. I'm not giving up yet. Careful, sync rate. No way. No way. All right, go around. Flaps 50. And the agent 3242 is going around.
Agent 3242, Roger, flying missed approach procedure up to 6,000 feet.
Okay, missed approach 6,000, Caterpillar, 3242. Right, pause rate, gear up. Oh my God.
Agent 42, ready contact Samos approach 124.1. Bye-bye.
241. Thank you much, Agent 3242. That was not flyable. And the Samos approach, the Agent 3242 out of 2,000, climbing 5,000 initially. That's it, that's 10. Samos approach from Agent 3242. Yeah, we are on the missed approach, unable to land at the moment.
Yes, are you going visual?
Yes, we are visual.
It's south and maintain 2,000.
Just confirm we're out of 3,800 now.
Yes, south and 3,000.
3,000, copy it, Agent 3242. So flaps 1. I'm surprised that we're supposed to go south, but yeah, there's inbound traffic there, so should be no factor. So let's go. Come on, let's get down here.
Agent Gerard, we are over the airport.
Say again?
Gen 01, we are over the boat.
Yes, hold over Samos as published.
1,000 to go.
Right, try to get things sorted out here. Blimey.
LGA3242, go back to the airport and enter right traffic pattern.
Okay, Gen 3242 back to the airport and say what altitude you want to be, 6,000 again, or for Agent 3242?
3242, right turn to join the right traffic pattern, descend flight pattern altitude.
Okay, so at this time we are unable for the approach due to fuel shortage for that, so we would rather return to Athena.
Alright, GR3242, monitor advisory 1 to do decimate, bye-bye.
Thank you much, 1 to operate. Great service, thanks a lot, bye-bye, Age 3242. Yeah guys, it doesn't make any, there's no sense. So I'm doing things like I would do IRL. If the weather is like this, and the only other option I would have given them was to go and fly a approach runway 27. But this is just not flyable. That was like crazy. Anyways, I'm going to get myself set up for the missed approach and for the routing back. So I do have a routing for the route back. So the first point is going to be Larky. And let me get back to safe altitude here. So let's go Larky. And there we go.
082 monitor advisory 1 to do decimal 8, bye-bye.
So the routing is Larky, Hotel 59, Copa, then Radial Romeo 19. That's what I'm gonna. Yeah. So another issue I have, guys, is without the trim button set, I just can't do anything. It's just I'm fighting the yoke all the time. Let's set the altimeters, standard set. So we've got Larky, traffic looks okay, there's no one there. So from Larky, it was to Hotel 59. And wow, that wind, mate, I expected some turbulence, but that was like, you saw it, how the aircraft swayed about. Right, there we go. Cool power. Now I'm going to start increasing speed. So level 280 was filed, so that's what we're going to do. Level 280. Start accelerating here. I'll talk a little bit about the fuel situation as well, guys. And you're probably wondering, why is he already diverting? Why doesn't he do a second approach? I'll explain that in a second. It's actually quite interesting as a topic. So there's the Varix 1 Quebec, it says here. So let me go and I hope that works now. Yeah. And so just a quick after takeoff checklist. We have bleeds on, packs auto, gears up and off, and flaps up, lights out. Well done, Airbus. Yeah, exactly. You know, if you have force feedback yoke and you can't trim nose down on the yoke, then it's just a bit too much there. Right. Let me get the quick weather. Athena. Oh, Athena has switched off, so we're just going to get the meta, which is... Your brakes have melted. Oh, okay. Ja, schlaf gut, Svenja. Schlaf gut, bis morgen. Oder nicht, oh Quatsch, nicht bis morgen. Nächster Stream weiß ich noch gar nicht. Muss ich noch dann mal schauen. Also, mach's gut. Vielen Dank fürs Zuschauen. So, 280, that's done. And the meta for Athena currently says it's 03013 cab OK 26 degrees. So I'm going to plan for 3 left. That was what's normally taken there. So we'll take the Zulu 3 left via the Varix. This is Varix 1 Quebec. Does that make sense? No, Super Gromby, unfortunately not. No. I'm not sure though. Hang on, if it's control steering, it could be actually. Yeah, maybe. But I mean, you know, with these turbulences, trying to fly in control with steering, I'm not sure how well that will work. But interesting idea. Actually, I'm going to take the 3 Charlie here. 3 Charlie, yeah, that's fine. Maya Kia. So Varix, then Kia, and then we can close that routing here. Alright, so why the decision to go around and divert already? So what you have to realize is that your whole flight plan is calculated in a way that if you divert back to your alternate airport, it is calculated that you would arrive with only your final reserve fuel. Okay, so in our case, it will be 1100 kilograms, so 30-minute remaining flight time. That's how close this is calculated. Remember what we have to do if the expected landing fuel is less than 30 minutes remaining at any point. We have to call in Mayday, Mayday fuel. So have a look now what we project to land with, 1.5. So we only have 400 kilograms above our 30-minute remaining for touchdown. So if I had done another approach, it would have meant that very likely we would not have been able to reach Athens anymore. And you saw the conditions in Samos was so bad that a landing there was so unlikely, or a safe landing, that you cannot commit yourself to that airport. It's just not safe enough, right? And so that's why we track our fuel levels, and that's why we have our mental decision points where in case we go around, we know that we don't have the fuel to do a second approach, especially not at an an uncontrolled airport, because delays are very likely. And I was surprised actually that the controller actually gave us the approach clearance again. I was actually in a different mental model where weird. Why is it not turning quicker? It's not only 15 degrees bank. That's strange. Well, it's an LNAV, but still. I expected actually to turn back to the holding because I knew there were other people in the approach. So I guess maybe he just wanted to give me, you know, or do me a favor to clear me back into the approach. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's the thing, right? It doesn't work in LNAV. Yeah, you're right. So kind of high altitude, that's why it kind of restricts itself to the 15 degrees. Also, we have to make sure that we fly the correct speed for the alternate, and it's normally long-range cruise speed, so that should be a bit slower than what we're doing right now. So let me go 250 knots or something. Now, put in the cruise level again. 32820. Yeah, so a lot of work has to be done when you start to go around. And now using reserve fuel, yeah, sure, I know that. Okay, so now it's recalculated fuel. Because we didn't enter the, it was assuming we were flying at 6,000 feet or something, so now it's, yeah, easy, good luck with that. I hope you're not one of those people that has the issues that I've had with 2024. Whew, finally we can breathe a little bit. So we got 17:38, about half an hour flight time remaining. By this time, obviously, the person would have called and asked, "Hey, what's happening? Are you going to make an announcement to the passengers?" I would say, "Yes, of course, right." We would explain that due to the wind and the turbulence, safe landing in Samos is not possible. So unfortunately, we have to go back to Athena. Further information when we arrive. But interesting flight behavior, I have to say, of the Zibo. I've not really kind of experienced that kind of flight behavior with an add-on for a while. That was like riding a rodeo. Meaning, sometimes I was wondering if I really have control over the aircraft. Well, Kerry, I mean, our alternate was filed for Athena, right? Now, yes, you can, if you wanted to, you could refile, but IRL, it's not just like, oh, okay, we can't land someone, let's just go to Kos. Because, Kerry, let me ask you, how much fuel do you need to get to Kos? What's the weather in Kos? Have you landed in Kos before? What's the procedure like? You see, there's so many questions, and we mean so you know, flying flight sims is one thing, but if you fly real aircraft, if you have your backside in the real aircraft having responsibility for hundreds of lives, you cannot just make snapshots, you know, out of the shoot out of the hip and say, yeah, let's just go to Kos, right? I don't know how much fuel I need. I don't know what the weather's like there right now, but hey, why not? Yeah, so, while regarding Athena, we would have checked the weather prior to the approach, make sure that Athena is still a valid alternate for us. Now, if you wanted to go to Kos, you would have had to do that prior to starting the approach into Samos. So let's say in the holding pattern, you could have said, okay, let's say we have the time now to recalculate our fuel requirements to get to Kos. But thanks so much, Nizam. So the question is, Kos, how many runways does Kos have? 1. So what happens? You decide to divert to Kos, and then there's an emergency there, and the airport is closed. What do you do? What's your plan B?
you don't have one. You see, that's the thing. So you're putting yourself into a spot where potentially you're lining up holes in the Swiss cheese model, potentially ending in a crash somewhere, right? So that's why you need to have a valid plan B. You need to know what you're doing in the sense of diverting. And for me, Athena is a perfect alternate because it has 2 runways. We have headwind, good weather. So that's, you know, for me, no discussion. That's the only proper alternative that we had. But I appreciate the question, Kerry. Don't get me wrong. Right? It's a good question. It's a valid question. Why not landed cost, right? I don't even know, to be honest. I don't even know right now how far Kos is away from us. I don't know. I'm not so knowledgeable with all these islands here. So 60 miles. So yeah, it was a bit shorter towards Kos compared to Athena. But again, when you do a replanning of your alternate, there are certain rules that apply. I.e., you're going to have to plan with alternate weather minimums, not landing minimums. You've got to get all the weather, etc. So there's lots of preparation that has to be done. Would you think the wind effect was overdone? Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think it's, Nate, it's one of those situations that we experience sometimes in X-plane. Any wind going above 20, 25 knots is usually overdone still, unfortunately. I hope they get it fixed. It's just, you know, I keep complaining, but we'll see. We'll see if the big boss at X-plane at some point accepts that opinion and changes something. Yeah, Reese, exactly. Good point, right? So, I mean, cost weather right now is 310 at 10. What's the runway situation there at Kos? So Kos has runway 1432. So that would have been more headwind, so not too bad. Runway length. So Kos in principle would have been okay as an alternate or changes to an alternate, but again, the risk is, since it only has one runway, should that get closed for any reason, you're stuck. And then the question is, what's your plan B for that alternate, right? Yeah, one thing I was surprised as well when we flew the approach is that I had the feeling I was quite close to that terrain, but when I turned to final, I thought I would easily make a center line because we had the wind from the north, right? But even, you know, 30-degree bank on average causes to overshoot the center line quite hefty, so quite drastically. So maybe for some reason I didn't go quite as close to that terrain there as I should have done. No idea. It's just a little bit weird today. So we got 115 miles to go. Now, weirdly enough, it doesn't give me a top ascend, even though I have inserted everything. But anyways, let's concentrate on the landing in Athena. And as always, there's lots of stuff to do. So we have runway 3 left, dry. The wind is 040 at 10. There's another question coming in. Thank you. So yeah, Kerry, all good. Thanks for your question. So Pal19 asked, as a captain, do you have an influence regarding the alternate airports? Yes, we do. So, and I'll give you an example. a couple of years back, there was a really, really hefty storm. There was an autumn storm with winds exceeding 45 to 50 knots. Literally anywhere north of the Alps. So we were in Barcelona, flying back to Frankfurt on a 321, and we looked at the briefing package, and on the ground we already checked the alternates, and we could see that all of the alternates were what we called under threat conditions, right? So it was just way too windy everywhere to have that as a valid alternate airport. So in the end, believe it or not, the first airport that didn't have threats was Milano. And so I did call dispatch and tell them to give me a new flight plan with alternate Milano, which they happily did. So we fueled accordingly. Then we departed, and we continuously monitored the weather, and the weather continued to stay that windy. So we still had the only option, liable option we had without, to enter the airport without any threats, was Milano. And so we contacted our operations center and asked if there was any holding in Frankfurt. Because we were very heavy, we only had like, I guess maybe 15 minutes holding fuel. So, and also of course we speculated that by the time we are en route to Frankfurt, we would get some other alternate airport near Frankfurt, let's say, you know, Stuttgart, Düsseldorf, Cologne, Hanover, Leipzig, Nuremberg. So all these airports, or Luxembourg even, right? All these airports were reachable for us because we planned with Milano as the alternate, right? So we checked the weather, and unfortunately we just could not get an airport that was valid for us. So initially Ops Center said no, there's no holding, and then there were some hefty showers in the area, and then suddenly they started doing holding in Frankfurt. And we were like, oh, you've got to be kidding me. Just our day, right? Just so we don't have much holding fuel, that's where you get holding, right? So typical. That's like Murphy's Law. But we stuck to our plan that we would have to go to Milano. Now, you would say, but hang on, but that's overdone, isn't it? I mean, you pilots are able to land, you know, in wind conditions of 40 knots, right? I mean, if it's not crosswind, that is, right? If it's headwind 40 knots, you can land, can't you? Well, yes. But the thing is, it's a threat. You see, so what happens if you find out that at 40 knots, suddenly the turbulence is extreme? But you only have like one go at the alternate, right? So you have one option to go to the alternate, do an approach. And again, you reach, if you don't take any extra fuel, you reach your alternate airport with 30 minutes remaining. So imagine the pressure you're under having to land an aircraft that has literally only 30 minutes remaining flight time left at 40 knots wind conditions. Do you really want to do that? And the answer is no, you don't. And so while it doesn't happen very often that you put yourself, or you get into the position where, you know, you don't have any bigger extra fuel values with you. And again, these calculations, so when you look at your flight plan, this value here, that's your minimum diversion fuel. So that's the fuel at your destination missed approach point. And that includes the fuel to fly to your alternate airport, this value here. And then when you reach the alternate, you have this fuel remaining. That's how the flight plan is calculated. You have to understand that. yeah, so to finish that story, luckily they cancelled our hold as we were in the approach. So we said we'll do the approach, and the wind in Frankfurt was okay. It was like 30 knots, but headwind mostly. But we said if we go around because of wind shear or something, we immediately divert to Milano. No questions asked. That's our plan B. That's the exit strategy. And we didn't have to go around. The landing was fine. But had we gone around, we would have executed exactly that plan. Right? And so that's how these flights are being conducted. And it's not just me that's doing it. Every pilot, so every airliner pilot, hopefully at least, well, I'm sure they do, will go through these processes where they check the weather, before they start the descent, check the weather from the destination, check the alternate weather, make sure the alternate is still valid, etc., etc. Check the fuel, and so on, right? So it's a continuous monitoring regarding the fuel situation and regarding the weather situation, and always make sure that you always have a good plan B, i.e. a good alternate airport. Kimmy, if you want, I've got a nice interesting story with a 747 that exactly has had that issue. They did everything correct. They diverted according to their fuel values, and then the alternate airport had an issue. But I need to concentrate on the landing now, guys. So we're gonna fly the approach in a second. Let me just do descent items, flaps 30 this time, with auto brake 2. So we're going to fly the ILS Zulu 3 left. It's a progressive briefing here, guys. So out of 1900, 5 miles, 3-degree profile. Minimum is going to be 460. Oops. You had 1 meter stop margin, GG. 460 is set. Missed approach goes straight ahead, follow radius 032, sat VOR, 40 dB, turn right, max to 20 knots, and go on the 347, so 167 course inbound to Pierre, and we're climbing 5,000. We'll exit the runway to the right, taxi in, there's no more ATC, so we'll taxi to the terminal. Now, in case of missed approach, we're going to be aware. Well, we got 2.3 now. We got to do a bit better with the fuel. There's no need to get or call for fuel emergency. We have the fuel to do a second pattern, so that's all fine. Yeah. Yes. Exactly. Yeah, Rob, you're right. 100%. And if you do a wind shear maneuver until out of the wind shear with the gear and flaps extended, it burns more fuel as well. Yeah, Mach 85, very good question. I like that. So for me as a captain, there's so much things to organize. So not just fuel calculations and monitoring, etc. So I also have to take care of the cabin crew. I have to take care of the passengers with announcements. Pre-brief maybe the cabin crew that we may divert to Milano in case of missed approach, etc. So for that moment, I would hand over control and RT over to the first officer as an example, right? So you can do that. That's no problem. Yeah, and then once I'm happy and I'm the pilot flying originally, then I will take back the control afterwards, yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, good question. Thanks for that. 10.5. Athena traffic, agent 3242 is going to fly the RLS Zulu 3 left in Athena, currently approximately 25 miles out. So in 10.5 and inbound course is going to be 032. Altimeter is going to be 1014, so let's do that. 1014. One recall check. Landing altitude is going to be 255. 250 set. Let's read the descent checklist. Pressurization, landing card 250 set, recall check, auto brake 2, landing data VREF 144, minimum bar of 460 feet, and approach briefing completed. Descent checklist complete, and approach checklist please. Altimeters finish 1014. Approach checklist complete as well. Nice. Yeah, that should be the airport right there. But I like it. I like again the dynamic situation. I mean, I didn't like the whole go around having to do that single pilot with the trim or the aircraft not being trimmed, etc. That was a bit too much. But overall, I quite like how the topics just come up with such a go around and a diversion. Could you do like BA and switch pilot flying and approach? Well, I'm glad we're not doing that on our fleet or in our company. But I understand the reasoning why they're doing it. If it's safer that way, I don't know. Some people say yes, some no. I have no real opinion. I'm glad I don't have to relearn everything in that regard. Yeah, and again, if you do this in a shared flight, then if both people are knowledgeable about how to use the FMS, etc., then this could be quite cool actually, because I could, or you could split the workload between the two pilots. Hey, baby Boeing, how you doing? Lights are still on. I can put this to continuous already. Oh, I'll tell you what I'm going to do really quickly, since I'm not going to disturb anyone. Let me just quickly do that. Yeah, why? Look, pitch trim. It's got the pitch up, but doesn't have the pitch down. And I, silly me, assumed I had that set. Oh, we didn't get disconnected. That's cool. Oh, yes, you're right. Yeah, thank you. I forgot about the tiller. Cheers. So, reverse the axis. Done. Thank you. Oh, I know. But there was so much work. I had to already install the latest version of Zibo, then I had to go through the camera settings, etc. And I had the profile. The Zibo profile was still in my system there, so I thought, well, I've already said it once, so it should be fine, right? But no. Löwe asks, do you think an Airbus pilot can land an emergency without a functional autopilot, functional pilot at Boeing without I mean, manual flying, I think overall, if the weather conditions aren't too bad, I think yes. Maybe it wouldn't be, kind of the worst, the softest landings, but I do think an Airbus pilot could land a Boeing aircraft, even without prior experience. Let's go ahead and select with the localizer there. Let's capture the localizer. So we've got lock armed. Hey, gorgeous, hello. Yeah, it may not be pretty. That's pretty much what I'm saying, yeah. That's interesting, yeah, so you're actually doing assessments. That's cool. Why doesn't it... Oh, hang on, let's do 3-2. Hey, Lee, wie geht's dir? There we go, that's extended set time. Cool. Athena traffic, region 3242 is currently 24 miles out for the ILS Zulu 03 left in Athena. And Linienpilot, hello, wie geht's? Ja, alles gut. Just had a bit of a scary approach into Samos. Winds gusting, what was it? Gusting almost 30 from the north, and here the Zibo mod was like a leaf in the wind. It was not pretty. No, Samos. Oh, Samos. So, India Alpha, Tango Lima identified. That's correct. VR. Yep. VR lock. Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, the thing is, Lee, we had to fly holding. Now, we did have a bit of extra fuel, but so according to my calculations, if I'd done another approach, then I don't think I would have had enough fuel to safely get back to Athena. I mean, right now, we still have going to land at 2.3. So that's about 1,200 kilograms above absolute final reserve fuel. So theoretically now we may have done, but the thing is this, the question is, would it have made sense to land or try again on 09? Because I think the outcome would have been fairly similar. Edward the pilot said something similar the other day about Empire. Yeah, I think you know, to some extent the flying experience. So if I had to do it IRL as an Airbus pilot, having to land a 737, I would leave the autopilot in as long as possible, configure the aircraft, and then at 1,000 feet above the airport, everything being on final approach speed, everything being trimmed, I would take out the autopilot, maybe leave the autothrust in, and then just get a feel for the aircraft and just, you know, since it's trimmed, it shouldn't really take that much effort to keep it stable. Flaps 1. Flaps 1. Oh, you missed all the... Bob, may I ask you, I haven't talked to you for a while, so which part of the world are you staying at the moment, if I may ask? Flaps 5? Flaps 5. Right, let's click the approach button, otherwise it won't capture the light. There we go. Single channel is fine. You are locked light slow. Do a barrel to get a feel for the aircraft, yeah. Let's do flaps 10. Flaps 10. Do I like the Zibo? I'm not sure. You know, the approach was so weird. The way the aircraft was like, you know, moving about. I'm not sure if that's a bit overdone or if it's either X-plane in general. It's hard to tell. But let me do this landing here, Lee, and then we'll see. Come on, flaps 15. Flaps 25. Let's arm the speed brakes. Oops. And flaps 30, final setting. Landing checklist. Engine start switches continuous. Speed brake arm green light. Gear down 3 green. Flaps 30 green light. Final checklist completed. And the missed approach takes us to 5,000. So 2,500 is checked. Now I'm going to add a bit more. We've got 8 knots headwind. So we're going to take 152 here. Yeah, and another thing, Lee, I'm not sure if you noticed that. Hey, Scotty, nice to see you. Speed control is somewhat lacking as well. It's allowing the aircraft to drop so far below the commanded speed. Athena traffic. Agent 3242 is 7 miles final. 03 left in Athena. Alright, let's see how this lands here. See if I can change my mind regarding the sensitivity. Oh, and trim down works now. Fantastic. Yeah, so Lee, another problem I had in the approach is that my nose trim down button on the yoke didn't work. So I had to trim by the trim wheel, and there the trim took ages to adjust. So it's way too chaotic So now, right now it feels nice. We've got the aircraft nicely trimmed. It's nice and stable.
1,000. 1,000 feet stabilized, Mr. Perch, altitude set.
Jets. But here the wind isn't as gusty, so... not as challenging as in Samos. They're doing a max as well? Really? Yeah, sure, if they're doing that, I'll try it for sure, yeah. I mean, I like the add-on, don't get me wrong, it's just maybe a mixture between X-plane overdoing the the winds above 20-25 knots.
400.
So right now this is fine. It's moving about a bit, as we'd expect. You have to correct it a little bit, but nothing as crazy as we saw in Samos. So this feels nice.
Approaching minimums. 200. Minimum.
Continue.
100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Come on. Ah, at least that was a greaser in the end. Speed brakes up, no reverse engine 1 for whatever reason. Let me close that again. Auto brake disarmed, manual brakes. That was nice. That was actually, I had a feeling for the aircraft where, let's take the next one, where I felt like, okay, so now I do the brake, now I reduce the thrust, okay, the nose is actually dropping as you would expect, so I'll pull back on the yoke, anticipate that, nice, and then just held off the nose a bit more, and yeah, as you would expect with the real aircraft, so that was nice. felt very nice indeed. Yeah, so apologies that we couldn't land in Samos, but you know, I already forced the landing there, or the approach, more than I should have done. So doing 30-degree bank angles at 300 feet height, we don't do that IRL. Okay, that's just so far out of the stabilization criteria. So 15 degrees maximum bank at that altitude. Right, so the story, guys, regarding so there was a 747 that was inbound to the old Bangkok airport, the 34500 in IRL. So they were on a flight coming back from Manila, and they had an alternate airport. I don't exactly know. It was an old military airport. I don't know the name of it, but it was an old military airport as their alternate that they filed and planned for and fueled for. Then as they got closer to Bangkok, they got the weather and it said heavy rain, which they didn't expect. And then they approached the, well, they were told to fly holding, and then they heard someone say something about a lot of water on the airport. I don't know, Hash. I don't know. That is just yeah, I don't know the exact airport name there. But what happened then was that they were flying holding, and he heard, because he understood a little bit of Thai, and so he understood something with a lot of water at the airport. So it turns out the airport was getting flooded, and then he said, okay, well, we don't have that much fuel left anyways, so we'll divert. So they diverted, but the alternate airport only had one runway. Now, they were not the only ones diverting to that airport, and as Murphy has it sometimes, the aircraft ahead of them had a nose gear issue on landing, and they were disabled on the runway. So the tower said, unable to give you landing clearance, the runway's blocked. Now, there were no other options. It was nighttime, it was dark. They had no other options. They didn't have fuel to get to any other airport. So, what do you do? What would you have done? Yeah, it's a nightmare you should wake up from. Yeah, exactly. HD Sim, have a look here. Hang on. Oops. That's the version 40441. That's the one I have. Yeah. Now, Lee. Yeah, exactly. So what options? Exactly. So you land on the taxiway. They were in a 747. So, what potential issue do you see if you land a 747 on a taxiway? Yeah, wingspan could be an issue. But let's say, you know, normally you have enough... yeah, not enough width, so the width would be smaller, yeah? Exactly, it's not built for those weights. Strength, exactly, Ted, yeah, exactly that. So potentially, the aircraft could sink in, right? Damaging the landing gear, maybe even, you know, causing tire damage, whatever, right? So, but at this point, you don't even have time to prepare the cabin for a lengthy kind of emergency landing. Look at that, standard one. Now, luck has it that they were still far enough out. When they heard it, they reduced the speed and thought about their options. I think they even did 1 or 2 360s. to then come to the conclusion, yeah, the taxiway was actually an old runway. So luck has it that the old taxiway was an old runway. So they could land there strength-wise, but they didn't have normal landing lights, or the lights for the runway. So they planned for landing, you know, fly the ILS and just do a little sidestep towards the taxiway, right? Now, as luck has it this time, though, they got a pushback truck, and they were able to tow the aircraft off the runway in time. So they actually then did manage to land on the runway. But I mean, what a scare, right? To go through. But that's the story. Yeah, real world story, not lying. It's a real story that really happened. So that's the kind of the story where, as an alternate airport, you should normally choose airports that have 2 runways. Right. Now, that's not always possible, okay? Let's leave that on for now. That's good. Collision light off. Seatbelts off. And then this. We'll read the shutdown checklist. Fuel pumps off. Propede off. Oh, fuel pumps. No, not fuel. Let me leave that. So fuel pumps off. Propede off. Hydraulic panel is set. We have the flaps up. The park brake set. Weather radar. Engine start levels cut off, and weather radar is off. Right. Interesting, right? Exactly, Yonex. So strictly speaking, if you do that kind of, you know, threat analysis, and you want to have a valid plan B, then yes, then you would have to have an airport with 2 separate runways, yeah, which are not crossing, exactly. Now, if you don't have the luxury of having 2 separate runways, then, or you have threats in terms of weather, what we do is we actually increase our final reserve fuel to 45 minutes. Right, so this value here then will be increased to 45 minutes. Right, let me just check the weather in Innsbruck, because I'm thinking about I want to do another flight in a Zibo. Yeah, 09088, light rain, so it's a few 3000. Maybe we could fly the circling there. I think we'll take that challenge, shall we? Yeah, routing, let me just calculate the flight plan really quickly. Cargo pilot, good question regarding carbon brakes or steel brakes. For us pilots, it's not much of a difference, as you know, from an operational standpoint. But yes, indeed, there are certain temperature ranges in the brake discs which cause more wear. Yeah, let's do it. But these days, I'm trying to think back the last time I had steel brakes installed. That must have been like 20 years ago. So that question doesn't come up these days anymore. But yeah, I remember that the steel brakes, they got stickier, didn't they, when they get warmer? I'm already going to put the aircraft to Brussels now, but we will restart the stream and so the stream itself in a minute. Yeah, we'll take that, and then I'm going to fly from Brussels. Or just need to check if I have the scenery installed for that. I hope so. Let's see. If not, I'll quickly install it. No, so cargo pilot, honestly, I can't remember the last time I had steel brakes. Yeah, they're called Beauty. So the Julia Alpha Foxtrot Beauty. Lovely call sign. What time is it? It should be online still. Yeah, I can't honestly. I wish Yoda were here. Yoda should be able to give us a more detailed, kind of a technical aspect between the carbon brakes and the steel brakes. I'm kind of thinking back and what the speciality was with the steel brakes back then, but I mean we just used brakes with auto brakes and we didn't really. I know that there were certain temperature ranges where you have, like, I think it was like with the carbon brakes, it's like 100 degrees Celsius. That's the point where they have the maximum wear. So if you taxi along with I think the Airbus and you look at your the brake temperatures and they're at 100 degrees. And you do a lot of braking, then that's where they have the maximum wear. That's something, for example, I know from experience. Right, I think I have this routing here. Whoever wants to fly along. So this is the one I'm going to take. Now, I'm going to take extra fuel, obviously, because of the potential for a go-around, so that we don't have to divert again. I'm going to take 30 minutes extra. Generate. So I'm just going to go ahead and check if we have the scenery installed. I'm going to close the stream for a matter of maybe 5 minutes and then restart the stream again, just so that you know. I can tell you already the flight time, air time is 1 hour. Filing the flight plan on VATSIM. You're joking. 22 departures. Oh, well, it's my own fault, isn't it? I think I have the scenery installed because it's taking a long time to load. Pre-file. Ah, okay, no, I don't. Guys, okay, I'm going to go a quick break here. I'm going to install the scenery really quickly. It shouldn't take long, and I'll be back again in 5 minutes with a new stream. Thank you so much.